welcome to our first video. This is a video which will be slightly longer than the shorts 10-15-20 seconds, where I'll dive a bit deeper into particular watches, particular pieces which either belong to my collection or have been given to me by other collectors or other enthusiasts who wanted to have it featured on the channel. This is the first one, and for this first one I've chosen a pretty unique piece. I've chosen a piece which I picked up in a recent visit to Portobello Road in London. Before I throw out the name of the piece, the first question linked to it would be, is this a watch or is it a piece of jewellery? I suppose I'll let you decide. Today we're unboxing and identifying a rare and unisex Omega. It's made of sterling solid silver and inspired by that avant-garde designs of the period. This masterpiece is a hidden gem in the vintage market. Its reference number is 311-8390 with distinct silver hallmarks on the buckle. So what exactly is this? It is the Omega de Ville Jeux d'Argent, which in English stands for Omega de Ville Silver Games. It was produced in 1974, came out in various different variants. This watch represents a radical departure for Omega. While the world was obsessed with moon landings and speedmasters, a small amount of designers, courageous designers if you like Genta, like Gilbert Albert, and probably the father of modern jewellery, which was Andrew Grima, were leaning into a brutalist art movement, if you like, something pretty bold. It was an era of stainless steel and gold plating. The 70s was certainly not an era for quality or expensive materials. Omega's decided to go with a solid 925 silver for this collection. It was bold, it was an expensive experiment, which turned watches into wearable art. The real X factor here is the design DNA. To understand this watch, you have to know the name behind its designer. This was Andrew Grima, who was better known as the Queen's jeweler, with people with royalty like Queen Elizabeth II and Princess Margaret among his most famous and ardent fans and clients. While Grima didn't personally sketch every single Jeux d'Argent model, the entire line was inspired by his emerald collection for Omega. And now let's look at that bracelet for a minute, because probably this is the most unique part of the watch. It's got an integrated chainmail or an open link weave. It's soldered directly to the case and there are no lugs. That is why you just can't swap it out for a leather strap or any other kind of strap. The watch and the bracelet are one single sculpture. But don't let the jewelry exterior fool you. Inside there's a serious engine. We're talking about the Omega Caliber 625. Another bold move in a time when quartz reigned supreme. It's got that pure mechanical workhorse feel to it. It's designed specifically for those slim, avant-garde, ultra-thin cases. Because it's a 625, it needs you. You have to wind it daily. It's a tactile connection, if you like, to the 70s Swiss engineering every time you put it on. Just a few numbers. How rare is this particular watch? And here's an interesting story. Omega doesn't release exact production totals, but we know there was a scarcity of these watches for two main reasons. One was the Great Meltdown. During the silver price spikes of the 80s, many of these were melted down for their raw material intrinsic value. Add to that the fact that these integrated bracelets were famously hard to repair, and so the survival rate is low for these watches. Finally, this is not just a watch, this is a piece of 70s high fashion history that effectively survived the melting pot. So that's it for this beauty. Thanks for listening. If it so pleases you, hit that subscribe button for more content.